Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for being here. Today I want to review my One Book July challenge version 2.0 update and I guess recap for the end of July. This is 2020. And so for the One Book July challenge, I did the 2.0 and I will leave the link down below. But basically it's just to start on a project, not necessarily finish, but to actually start on a project and do something different, or maybe finish up some, I don't know, your travel journal or something like that. But anyways, I chose to work in this art journal, I guess you can say. It is from Ranger, and it is the Delusions dialogue from Dyan Reaveley. Highly inspired by Dyan Reaveley. Yeah, so I'll just quickly flip through and share with you the pages. I have some posted on YouTube as well, but you'll notice a lot of these collage elements are from Courtney Diaz. She is Little Raven Ink. These are also her prompts. She's Little Raven Ink on Patreon, and she offers monthly printables to her patrons, and so I've used a lot of her elements in this art journal. What have I learned? I have learned that I have learned nothing new, actually. Well, I don't want to say that. I knew that I would be I just have my notes up here, so I knew that I would be very enthusiastic in the beginning, and then it would kind of fizzle down, and that's exactly what happened. I did print out these Junk Journal July prompts from Meg Journals in hopes that I could kind of add some junk journaling in it, and I did. But it didn't hold me until the end of the month. I just kind of, near the third week or so, I just kind of lost interest, and I think that's absolutely okay. I'm glad that I started this. This is nice too. I'm really glad that I started this art journal. It's kind of challenged me in ways that I never would be usually, and I know I wouldn't be doing these things in my Hobonichi Techo, and it's not that I don't want to, but I just find, because it is challenging, I don't spend the time to work in my Hobonichi that way. I'll just use my Hobonichi and do what I'm most comfortable with. So this 1 month I was able to kind of step out of that comfort zone, and for example, I filmed this video, but it took me so long to put these collage pieces together, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm really happy with this end result. But like I said, it's not something that I do often, and it would have taken me so long to do on a regular basis. So yeah, this one is, I love the way that this looks. This is not really something that I would normally do, but because of this challenge I was able to kind of step out of the box and go for it. A lot of these things are also inspired by Dyan Reaveley, like I said. Like this layout, I would not do this like squiggly line thing, as well as these like tip-ins. Dyan Reaveley does these like, I don't know, these are called tag tip-ins or something. I'm not sure if there's like a terminology for that, but this one was a YouTube live that I filmed, and this cutout is so neat. So I've learned that, you know, I can take elements from this journal, like a cutout like this, and add them to my regular journaling, junk journaling as well. I think that would be so much fun to add these like cutout elements as well. This one is from Courtney Diaz, and I just layered some of her pieces. This is so much fun to see. I think I will definitely be referring back to this journal just for reference and for like ideas. This is so fun as well. Dyan Reaveley does this with her pages, and I just did a tip-in, and I wrote about this YouTube live later on after the video. But this spread makes me so happy. I didn't journal anything here, which is okay. I just really like this. This really makes me happy. And yeah, just tipping in and clipping in like clothing tags and such, having more fun with Posca pens and things like that. This one is part of the Junk Journal July prompt negative space. I added this acetate a little bit later on. I thought it would be fun to draw like a mustache or maybe some ribbons and stars or something. Maybe I'll ask my son to do that later, but I never ended up doing it. But I have a tab here. I stapled a tab so that I can refer back to it later. And this is also the journal prompt tip-in, and I stuck this down first, the Chic Sparrow, and then I later realized wouldn't it be so fun if I tipped in the different business cards and things and then wrote about each business. I thought it would be fun, so I might do that later on. There's just a bit of writing space under each section here, so because I didn't do that with the Chic Sparrow, I think I'll write about Chic Sparrow right here. There's this nice big space there. I really like this quote here. It says, "Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution." And I was going to cut out these small raindrops. Dyan Reaveley does a lot of that, like cutouts and things, and it looks so neat, but I just lost my motivation to do that. It's still rainy season, which I feel like it's so long this year, but I think it was the same last year as well. So July 26th, July 30th, doing more of these like flap type of tip-ins. This one is just a ribbon from a bookstore. My daughter was kind of coloring as well. She likes to journal along with me. And I think these little bits, this one here and this one, they're the excess from here and maybe from here as well. But this is so much fun. I don't think I would be doing this normally if I weren't kind of challenged or prompted to do it. So I'm really glad for this One Book July challenge, but I don't think I could do it every single day like Dyan does. It's just wonderful to see her on her do her thing, I guess. So there is the recap for the One Book July 2020 version, I guess 2.0. What did I learn? I learned that, you know what, it's okay to start a project and fizzle out. It's totally okay. I don't know if you've caught one of my videos recently. I did a travel journal 3 years later type of thing where I'm trying to catch up on my travel journal that I started 3 years ago, and that's totally okay. It's fine to kind of step back and try something different. If your interests shift, that's okay. If you intended to use something for a certain thing and it didn't work out, that's okay. If you find a new purpose for it, that's fine. There's no need to force yourself to use something. If you're not happy with it, you're not going to be happy when you're journaling. And for me, journaling and crafting and documenting is a happy time for myself. It's a time for myself to reflect and wind down the day. It gives me positive energy and positive feelings. So I don't ever want this stationery or planners or organizers to give me any negative feelings. I hope that makes sense. I just hope you don't feel like there's this pressure to finish something if you have lost interest in it. It's always okay to take a step back and revisit it later on down the road. Anyways, I will leave it at that. I will have to do I guess a recap, or not a recap, but I've totally changed up my planning system. I guess it's kind of like a mid-year planner confusion. I don't know if that's a thing, but my Hobonichi is still going on strong. I need to flip through my July pages with you. I'm almost finished. I'm almost caught up. I think I'm just 2 days behind. So I'll be doing that, but I also want to discuss with you my planner confusion. But that will be later on down the road. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Please stay safe and stay positive. I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.